What is poetry? How do you define it? Do we box it up and just say it's words and stanzas? Is it just hipsters attempting to be cool and lash out against authority through a dying form of expression? Or do we say these words and stanzas stand as perfectly plastered clay pigeons that learn how to fly once they are pushed out of the nest of our minds? What is poetry? I don't subscribe to the idea of a definition of what this is, but I can illustrate in my mind how I create what can't be defined by a cynic's attempts at boxing this art form. This is poetry. Turning the night's gaze and the lunar pool into a picture being painted for the blind that can't see beauty. This is how we express the undefined emotions that rise up when we get the news that our best friend has overdosed. The ebb and flow of insurrection that roams in the hearts of the rebels. Mozart's staccato that confounds the mouths of ravenous speakers that have an undying need to rebuttal everything. This is a gift given from mixed feelings with wit, sitting in the distance witnessing a hate killing. The finest finesse flowing freely from fathers' frames, finding fault, falling forward into an undying resentment regarding rioters ruining the image of peaceful resistance for their kids, an art form that started from hearts hardened because they've long been guarded, and this is the only way they could dissipate the hatred that was rising in their souls. This is how people craft masterpieces, often underrated and viewed as underclassed, summed up by calling us dreamers, as if that's a moniker that we would don shamefully. There's no shame in me for having lofty goals, because to dream is to be alive. And to shelve your hopes in a pitiful attempt at falling in line with the masses' drumbeat only proves your doubters true when they told you nobody can make a difference with their words. Poetry is the beating heart heard on an ultrasound of a mother told she would never be able to conceive. It is the nausea building in the stomachs of incapable wish-to-be mothers that hear how many unwanted children have been aborted. This is the hand of God that pulls at your emotions until your tears held back flow as the dam breaks, reminding you of all the times you stuffed your feelings down for the sake of not looking weak. As if tears can make you weak, or anger can change your character. You suppressed your true self too long, and this is how I bring the real you to the forefront. There's no definition given for what this is. It is a bird that can't be caged by your fears, a phoenix whose embers still blaze in the middle of ashes, reminding you that your dreams are never really dead, just being reborn through other avenues. I am poetry, moving fluidly through your intuitive beliefs. I am the reminder of what you loved as a child, the nostalgia you thought you weren't able to feel anymore. What is poetry? I just showed you. Ecstatic emotions, sporadic opuses, emphatically hoping to come closer to the closet as it closes on your focus. There's no definition given for this. It's just a breeze that sweeps through the haunted mansion of your abandoned dreams, the reminiscent conversation with your REM sleep that seems to elude you every morning as your feet hit the floor and you can't remember what you've seen. This is the path chosen by the misunderstood. The artist that wishes to paint but can't use brushes. This is the hope that someday we will be recognized as equals, even while they gun us down as if we aren't, because that would be poetry.